Well, a very good morning, everybody, for Wednesday, the 16th of June. So today really is the battle between the highs and the lows, and the lows are going to win over the next few days, with a cold front just establishing itself just in the Irish Sea. And from a bit later tonight, these trough lines that you can see in the Bay of Biscay, this very humid air coming up to meet this destabilized air, causing thunderstorms later tonight and into tomorrow. As we go through the next few days, sort of tricky either way tomorrow, thundery indeed on on Friday, and then perhaps just the chance that we might get away with it on Saturday for the longest day if this occlusion continues to clear northwards. But yes, for today we have a cold front established to the west of us and a destabilizing air mass as the day goes on. The winds, well, they're not particularly too much of a factor again today, a bit more southerly at least at the moment, but yeah, we're looking at somewhere in the region of around southwesterly 10 knots at flying heights. Satellite picture, we can see that line of clouds a bit more sort of established than it has been in previous cold fronts we've had this week. But over us, sort of mist and fog sort of burning away to leave a nice sunny day. And we can see that on here. So we will get drips and drabs of sunshine as well as some cloud bubbling up as well, and mostly southerly winds. And you can see tonight the showers do start to pop up in the middle of the night, so maybe some rumbles of thunder before we see sort of more of the same on Friday. Top temperature today, well, the Met Office was sort of showing about 26, maybe 27 for this area, and that's broadly true on here. It wouldn't surprise me if London gets very close to 30 at all, but humidity still remains fairly high, with dew points generally only about sort of 13 or 14 degrees below the main temperature. So yeah, it won't feel particularly dry, but hopefully with the colder air coming in, we might feel a bit better at night with all of the thunderstorms we get, as long as it's not banging and crashing. At the moment, we have 19 degrees and a dew point of 14. David's sort of forecast there, and he's rightly pointed out the Met Office weather warnings, which there's quite a long period of weather warnings coming up. So I'd suggest if you're going to have your glider parked outside, do make sure it's at least secured a little bit, because gust fronts may still occur during the night. I don't want to have to find upside down gliders in the morning. But yeah, sort of shallow queue 4,000 feet, and as the rest of the forecast will show, a bit more chance of blue late afternoon, and that top cover which is linked to the cold front. Obviously, being a southerly, could be some more sea air incursion too. Picture outside looks like that. Just see some very low stratus, sort of stratocumulus burning off. And Farnborough is currently saying no clouds detected, 19 degrees, and few at 4,500 feet. Looking at potential flight distance, not as good as the last couple of days, but still reasonable away from windward coasts. Sort of a short task up towards Oxford, maybe into Cambridgeshire. Still fairly good out into Wales, but a lot of areas which are unusable today. This is 10 o'clock, not soarable. It'll take a little while to get going as when we look at the sounding, probably lunchtime-ish, and then some sort of shallow queue before sort of south of the M4 corridor. We will end up with more blue than shallow queue. As we can see, by 6 o'clock, definitely that sea air coming in. Cloud amounts. You can see sort of bits and bobs of cumulus, maybe even a little bit too much cumulus in certain places. But where we are, should stay dry and nearly always sunny all day. Cloud base, it's sort of 2 o'clock, looking around here of about 3,500 feet, where you get the shallow queue, maybe 4,000 feet. And out in towards Cambridgeshire, you can see bits of long land track like out towards Stansted. You might see 2,000 meters around here. I'm not expecting to see a cloud base of much more than 4,500 feet above the airfield. Sounding, as you can see, requires around 23 degrees or so to properly, or 24 degrees to properly get going. It may even require a little bit more than that. This is from Larkhill at 7 o'clock this morning, and you can see once we start getting towards sort of 28 degrees, that really does spark off a lot of instability, well up to about 30,000 feet. So yeah, though the humidity isn't quite here yet, we'll keep an eye on that just in case we see any thunderstorms towards the end of the evening. Predicted soundings, 2 o'clock at Larkhill, actually 3 o'clock at Larkhill. That's about 25 degrees, giving us about 4,000 feet with a reasonable chance of some shallow cumulus. Similar in Buckingham Blue to shallow Q, again 4,000 feet or so with about 25 degrees. So blue, hot, lots of water, lots of sun cream. Prepare for thunderstorms later tonight. NOTAMs, parachute jumping at Little Rissington. That is active all day today with a Skyvan or A400M. Surface 4,000 feet, 3 nautical miles, or 4,000 to 8,000 feet, 6 nautical miles. Call Bryce if you're going near there. That's the best thing I can suggest. 36. Oh, we have a military parachuting display between 11 and 12 at Farringdon, Oxfordshire. Drop height up to 12, flight level 120. Silent active as normal. Keevil, well, yeah. Active all day. It's almost a standard NOTAM now, really. .45 is probably Sywell. Yeah, Sywell's active. And 26. That's probably paragliders. Yeah, lots of paragliders around. I saw some over Butser Hill a couple of days ago, so it's nice to see them. But other than that, the usual sort of restriction. Obviously, flying most gliders keep you won't get clearance too close to Ascot at the moment due to Royal Ascot. But all on the south, I mean, danger area is active down towards Dartmoor. But yeah, generally okay other than that. Okay, operationally, I hope very much we can stay on 27. Thank you for your patience yesterday. We certainly ticked all the boxes with jet movements, circuit flights, a grid launch and a runway change, but hopefully we'll have a little bit easier today. We have to watch that southwesterly that hopefully doesn't pick up too much. But I'll make sure we got everything ready if we do need to change to 2-3. But plenty of correction to the left, and we'll get the cables on the south side. I haven't seen too much evidence of a grid yet. If there's only a handful of you come to the runway, we'll launch you from there a bit easier. And yeah, we had balloons land last night. We had 2 balloons, and balloons are always welcome, subject to a small donation to Lasham. So yeah, it'd be good to see them again. But we had 16 passengers arrive at Lasham last night. Our busiest commercial flight in ages. Okay, that's it from me for today. A reminder though that it's longest day on the 19th. If you haven't already signed up and you want to come, please drop the office or me an email and I'll add you to the mailing list. I'm going to send out an email this morning about the joining instructions, and fingers crossed we get a good morning on Saturday, which it's looking a bit uncertain, but it's better than it did look a couple of days ago. But enjoy today, enjoy the heat, plenty of water. See you on the airfield. Bye for now.